Joining us in studio from Mason District Station is Auxiliary Police Officer Mark Hahn. Mark, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me here today.
Absolutely. What is the Auxiliary Police Officer Program?
Well, we are all volunteer force. We're sworn officers, and our main duties are covering the paid officers, or regular officers, on the traffic stop, and we back them up. We also do a lot of traffic control on the crime scene and also in the special events. And we also set up the DWI checkpoints, and we also take it down, and we put all the cones and lights and so on. And it makes it easier for the regular officers to just come in. They know exactly where to stand, and makes a lot, things go a lot easier.
Absolutely.
And besides that, we also have a lot of officers, or auxiliary officers, who has a full-time job, and we try to use their talent. A lot of officers are doctors, lawyers, engineers, and we try to send those people into the units where they can be utilized the best. We have crime scene investigation, we have animal control, we have court liaisons, so all different type of police units that we can actually go help out. And there's a lot of officers who loves doing those. Even with their full-time job, they love to give the time to Fairfax County Police to help out.
That's awesome. Tell me, what are the main requirements to become an APO?
Well, first big thing is that you got to be American citizen. You got to be 21 years of age, and you also have to pass a entrance exam and also polygraph. And we will check into your background on your criminal record if you have any. That will show up, and also even maybe in the financial department, just to make sure that you're all-around good person.
Right. And tell me, what kind of training does an APO receive?
Well, we have a condensed version of the police academy that regular officers go through. Okay. We do train at the Justice Academy, and we're taught by the regular instructors there. And it's about 200 hours of training, 2 days a week on every other Saturdays. Okay. And when we finish that, we have to finish our field training manual by the field training instructor, and we're appointed by the regular field training instructors who trains the regular officers too, so we're assigned by them, and it'll take anywhere from 1 to 2 months. And after we finish the manual, we get to be cut loose and get to go on ourselves if we choose to do that.
Very interesting. I understand our field crew spent time on the beat with one of our auxiliary officers. Let's check it out.
The one thing I can tell someone who's thinking about becoming an APO is be prepared to uphold the integrity of the Fairfax County Police Department. In Fairfax County, our police department treats the volunteers as a true member of their family. Right now, there are 111 auxiliary police officers in the program. We always have room for additional people wanting to volunteer. We have up to a maximum of about 200 authorized. We're real sworn police officers, but we're volunteer police officers. There's a very critical distinction there. We're just there to help out the paid guys and let the paid officers do the jobs that the county taxpayers pay them to do. Auxiliary police officers have the authority to physically arrest someone, place them in handcuffs, and transport them to the adult detention center. Auxiliary police officers carry the same equipment as a full-time paid officer, with the exception that we do not carry a sidearm. We have the expandable baton, the pepper spray, handcuffs. Officers who are eligible and have received training can carry a conducted electrical device. Auxiliary police officers who are accepted to the program will receive approximately 200 hours of training held at our Criminal Justice Academy during the evening hours that better accommodates their working schedule. Examples of our training are search and seizure law, larceny reports, parking enforcement, lost and found property, DWI investigation, which is very helpful when we assist on DWI checkpoints, and various other training that we find useful when they're supporting the paid officers on the street. Routinely, auxiliary police officers serving at a station are backing up patrol officers on traffic stops and going to other calls for service to be an extra set of eyes and ears and to help out any way possible. Auxiliary police officers are very critical to a DWI checkpoint. We arrive at the checkpoint location ahead of time, set up all the equipment, and then we assist the officers during the checkpoint if they need to pull someone out for further screening. And then at the end of the checkpoint, we pack up all the equipment and return it back. APOs are critical to the success of the department's DWI checkpoint program. APOs have the option of riding with a paid officer, pairing up and riding together, or riding solo. I personally choose to ride solo because I feel that I'm more effective that way. I can go where I'm needed and without the need for a paid officer to have to travel too far out of his or her patrol area. The police department provides an on-the-job medical coverage policy for all the APOs. The medical insurance policy covers all injuries that an APO may receive while performing their duties. I believe paid officers think very highly of APOs and their commitment to want to contribute back to the county. As a police officer in the department, APOs do have to go to court when needed and testify if they're requested to do so. The greatest challenge of being an APO is finding the time commitment to volunteer with the police department while having a full-time job and a home life. For me, memorable moments are the DWI checkpoints because I truly believe they do make a difference, and I've seen many, many people locked up for driving while under the influence of alcohol or drugs that I'm quite sure would have killed or seriously injured somebody if we hadn't stopped them. For me, one of the unexpected outcomes of being an APO is the very, very good friendships I've made with paid officers. When I first started the program, I didn't think that would be because I didn't feel that I would work enough with them to develop a good, strong relationship, and it has turned out to be the best benefit that I've received so far.
It's really great having the support of auxiliary officers in the field. Tell me, Mark, what has been your most memorable moment serving as an APO?
Boy, I can say a whole lot of things, but I think one of my most memorable is becoming a sworn officer. Okay. And another is being part of the Honor Guard. They do a terrific job. Being part of the law enforcement community. I have so many stories that I can probably talk to you all day long on it, but the Honor Guard, there's so many memorable memories being an Honor Guard that I think that's very special, and I appreciate that Fairfax County allows auxiliary officers to be a part of the Honor Guard.
But what has been your most memorable moment as an Honor Guard?
As an Honor Guard, I have to say in the Police Week, when we have this program that we greet the families, the fallen officers at the airport, and we greet them from the gate, and we get the bags and we take them to the vehicle where they drive to the hotel, and they'll tell me the stories, or they talk about their husbands or their wives, and it's just a very moving experience.
Mark, thanks again for joining us on The Beat.